What is the secret to having an amazing day at Universal Orlando? Most people will tell you get there early, buy express pass, use early admission, ride Hagrid's first. And yes, those are great tips. But after years of traveling to Universal Orlando with a hidden disability, I've learned something completely different. The best park day doesn't start in the morning. It already starts the night before. Because by the time my alarm goes off, every decision has already been made. My backpack or my Longefly purse is packed, my clothes are ready, my medications are organized, my body has had time to recover, and my mind is calm. These little habits don't use to save time. They save something even more valuable, my energy. Today I am sharing everything I do the evening before a Universal Orlando Park day and why these simple routines have completely changed the way I travel to Orlando. So, hello everyone. If you are new here, welcome. And if not, welcome back. My name is Marina and I travel from Germany to Universal Orlando several times a year. And I also live with a hidden disability. I have a fused foot, chronic pain, arthritis, and newest addition to those, an injured meniscus on my right knee and 2 useless fingers with capsule stuff going on. So over the years, I've realized that I don't have the luxury of wasting energy on unnecessary decisions. So I've created a simple evening routine that helps me wake up ready for the adventure instead of already feeling exhausting. None of these tips are complicated, but together, at least for me, they are making a huge difference. I will make a video when I am back at Universal Orlando in November to show you all of that stuff actually in action, but no, for now, let's do it in theory. So let's get started. So, the first chapter on this list is Tomorrow Starts Tonight. When I was younger, I treated every vacation day like a race. I come from a competitive background. I majored in musical and I love to do competitive sports. So I would come back to the hotel completely exhausted. Throw everything on the bed that I don't need. This was always the pile of shame, and think, nah, I will deal with it tomorrow. And mornings are always became stressful because of this habit, just throwing everything there and don't think about it. Now I do the complete opposite. Before I even think about relaxing, I spend about 10 to 20 minutes getting ready for tomorrow. Those few minutes save me so much energy the next day. So, my thing number two I'm doing is I pack my backpack completely the night before. The backpack gets packed before I go to bed. Water bottle, cooling tower, portable chargers, medication, foldable crutches. I will always take them with me, even if I'm thinking, hey, I have a good day. You never know what your body is up to. I will always take my foot splint with me, snacks, a poncho, if rain is possible. And let's be honest, we are in Florida, so this poncho is living inside of my bag. Then I pack a small package of sun cream, and I don't want to wake up wondering where anything is and washing through it and forgetting something that is important. Morning me always thanks evening me. Then the next part, I lay out my clothes. This sounds almost too simple, but decision fatigue is real, especially when you live with chronic pain. The fewer decisions I make first thing in the morning, the more energy I have later. Everything is waiting. Shoes, socks, my hat, my sunflower lanyard, everything. Then I check the weather because Florida weather loves surprises. A sunny morning can become a thunderstorm by lunch. So every evening I check the forecast. Most of the time the most reliable thing I use is rain radar and Windfinder. So every evening I make my research for the next day. Do I need my poncho? Yes, of course I need, so this one is staying the whole time. A cooling towel. This is also staying with me the whole time because you can use it when you're spilling stuff. Do I need a lightweight jacket? Is it getting stormy or colder in the evening? I'd much rather spend 2 minutes checking the weather than carry unnecessary things all day long. Then one habit I will never skip is just going to the gym. You don't need to do a complete workout, a strength training or stuff like that, but loosen up your tight muscles on the rowing machine or on the bike, and then stretching. Nothing dramatic, just gentle movement, especially for my foot, my ankles, my calves, and my back. I don't do this stretching and training because it magically removes my pain. I do it because I want to wake up feeling as loose as possible with my muscles. And things I'm always thinking about taking with me is my massage gun. Always thinking, yeah, this would be a good choice, but it's really heavy, so most of the time I'm going with the black will instead. Most of the time I actually phone the hotel and ask them, hey, are black wells in your inventory? Because if so, I don't need to carry them, but they are really lightweighted, don't pick up too much space, and it's always good to roll yourself out after a long evening or a long day at the parks. And then I have my medication ready to go. This one is also incredibly important, especially when you're a headless chicken like I am. I never wait until the morning until I organized my medications. Everything is organized the night before. No rushing, no forgetting, no stress. It becomes part of the routine, just like brushing my teeth. Then I charge everything, no matter how much battery life is on, and I will charge my phone, my camera, my power bank, my smartwatch, my headphones. Nothing ruins a park day like watching your phone battery disappear before lunchtime, especially if you rely on the Universal app for your AAP. I always have a full charged power bank with me. Then chapter number 8 on my list to do is I will fill my resort mug. Before heading back to my room, I almost always refill my resort mug. It sounds small, but it means I already have something to drink while getting ready in the morning, or if I am becoming thirsty in the evening or in the night. One less thing I need to think about. I can just clear my throat in the morning with a nice snack and with a nice drink. And a pro tip, put it in your fridge. So you have in the morning ice cold refreshments. I just love this hack. Then my number 9 is healthy evening snack. I don't go to bed hungry because I am a bad person when I become hungry. I will get hangry easily. But I also don't like to eat a huge meal in the evening. Usually I eat something like a fruit, a yogurt, a sandwich, enough to wake up feeling good instead of sluggish. And this is the reason why I'm doing the Walgreens and Walmart ones, to have those things available for me during my trip. And then I review tomorrow's plan. I don't create a strict schedule. I skipped that during my last trip and I was like, nah, I just want to live in the day and see what my body wants to do. I have a few things planned and already booked, like the VIP tour and my Orlando Magic game. But most of the time I just decide on the day what I want to do. So I simply ask myself which parks will I do and go to? Do I need or do I want to make any dining reservation? And what time do I want to leave? And that's enough. I don't want my vacation to feel like work. And next thing is comfortable shoes ready. I don't experiment with shoes anymore, ever. One thing is because they are special fits for me, for my situation, for my injury, for my insurance company, and I only own 2 pairs of them that are suited for my injury, for my stiffing in my foot that is going on, for my fused foot. And I know those shoes are working for me, no matter how many steps I'm doing. It's a shame because I really want to be that girl again that can own 100 pairs of shoes, 1 pair for every outfit, but unfortunately, that is not me anymore. So tomorrow's shoes are already waiting by the door. If they got wet during the last day, I will switch them out. I only bring 2 pairs, so in case of they are getting wet or stuff like that, they can just relax for 1 day. And they are broken in, they are comfortable, and I know they are reliable. At Universal, comfort is so far more important than fashion, especially if you live with a disability. Then, again, I empty before I pack my backpack, I empty it. I see all of my receipts, I always collect them. You never know what border control is up to, and if you got picked during your return in Germany, I always just collect all my recipes. And I collect my wrappers, I collect every plastic bag I can get my hands on because we don't have them in Germany anymore. And I remove stuff that is just waste and garbage, like used tissues and anything I don't need anymore. So tomorrow starts with a clean backpack I am now able to fill up again. And it's amazing how much lighter it feels, and I always spray a nice little bit of deodorant or stuff like that, so my backpack is always smelling nicely. Then I prepare my breakfast. Sounds stupid, but as you know, the first thing I do is going to Walgreens, so breakfast is already waiting. A banana, a yogurt, a protein bar, something simple. I also like those Lunchables. I know you Americans hate them, but I love them. So everything is ready and no searching in the morning. Then something you will probably laugh about, but it's mental preparation. For me, it's probably one of the most important habits. Before going to sleep, I remind myself of one thing. Tomorrow doesn't have to be perfect. If it rains, okay. If a white clothes, I can't change it. If my foot hurts, I will adapt and figure something else out. Accepting uncertainty before the day begins removes, at least for me, so much pressure for the next day. Then I go to bed earlier than I want to. This one is difficult because Universal Orlando in the evening is just beautiful, or Universal in general. City walk, hotel atmosphere, international drive right in front of your doorstep. The warm weather, it's tempting to stay out late. But I've learned something. I am an early bird. I will wake up at 5 a.m. anyways. And 1 extra hour of sleep usually gives me a much better park day than 1 hour of wandering around in the evening. Sometimes saying goodnight early is the smartest decision. Then I practice gratitude. Again, maybe it sounds funny to you, but for my mental health and mental stability, this is really important. Before turning off the lights, I always take a moment and I think, I am here. Years ago, this was only a dream. Now I'm living it. That thought makes every morning feel special, and every evening also. Just appreciate that you can afford to go there and be on the happiest place for you in the world. Then let's talk about the biggest lesson. People often ask me how I managed 2 weeks at Universal Orlando with a hidden disability. The answer isn't that I am stronger. It's that I've stopped wasting energy on unnecessary things or people. Preparation isn't about being obsessed with planning. It's about creating space to enjoy tomorrow. And that's the real goal. And something that's really, really special to me is I love to plan. I love to plan every detail, and I love to make lists and stuff like that. And it just gets me hyped for the trip, and I'm just into stuff like that. But the moment I am arriving and the moment is appearing in my reality, I'm just like, okay, I let it go now. I've done everything to prepare for this moment, and now I need to let it go and live in the moment and don't stick to all of the stuff that I planned out. And I think it's good to have those backup plans in your head, but you really, really need to focus on the moment to actually enjoy it. So tomorrow morning, thousands of people will wake up excited to visit Universal Orlando. Some will rush, some will forget things, some will feel stressed before they even leave the hotel lobby. I will still be excited too when I arrive. But thanks to those few little habits, I would also feel so much calmer. And for me, that's the best way to start any adventure. So if you enjoyed today's video, I would really appreciate if you subscribe and join our little community here. Every day I talk about Universal Orlando, accessible travel, hidden disability, and finding practical ways to make every vacation possible and more enjoyable. Now I'd love to hear from you guys. Do you have a nighttime travel ritual that always helps you to have a better day the next day? Maybe it's packing your bag, checking the weather, setting out your clothes, or maybe it's something completely different I didn't even mention in my video. Share it in the comments. I always enjoy reading or seeing your routines, and they might inspire someone else who's planning their own trip. So thank you so much for watching. Take care of yourself. I will see you in my next video tomorrow. Have a wonderful day and goodbye.